Well, 2023 is just about over, and frankly, I am not weeping over that. Bidenomics has hit most of us pretty hard with higher cost of gasoline and groceries. And if you have a retirement account with money invested in the stock market, you probably took a beating and lost a chunk of your nest egg to some very dumb policies. You know, like declaring war on fossil fuels and adding layers of regulation to everything, including regulations to farmers and food producers. Now, wages never went up anywhere near the cost of basic goods and services. So here's what that means. Most Americans lost ground, no matter how hard they worked. We continued to see the shocking weaponization of the federal police agencies that targeted our former president, as well as those who supported him. And in some cases, these agencies had those folks arrested at gunpoint and put in jail for months without even a trial. President Trump himself was issued 4 separate indictments covering 91 charges, despite the fact that even liberal Democrat attorneys openly stated that the charges leveled against the former president were ridiculous and wouldn't stand up to an appeal. Our world is much more dangerous as the war in Ukraine continues to drag on. And then on October the 7th, the terrorist group Hamas savagely murdered almost 1,400 civilians in the most cold-blooded and barbarian manner that included placing live babies in ovens, knifing open the womb of a pregnant Jewish woman in front of her family, beheading babies who were sleeping in their cribs, and setting elderly wheelchair-bound women on fire. The violent raping of Jewish women in front of their families was another atrocity carried out by these callous killers. While most sane people understand that Israel is obligated to destroy Hamas, far too many people have sided with Hamas, even marched in the streets calling for the wholesale slaughter of Jews. Such despicable calls for the murder of Jews should cause revulsion in all of us. Sadly, even some hate-filled anti-Semitic members of Congress chanted, "From the river to the sea," which is a call for the annihilation of Jews from the face of the earth. That is what genocide looks like, and it's what evil looks like. But we're just hours away from the start of 2024, which will bring with it another presidential election year. And we're only weeks away from the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primaries. Will Joe Biden's police agencies continue to try to prevent Donald Trump from even being able to make it on the ballot? What kind of third world tactics will we see an incumbent president use against his opponent, who just happened to be the former president? And will Americans start waking up to the fact that there's an 81-year-old cognitively impaired man shuffling around the stage at public events looking as lost as a puppy after he's finished bumbling through a teleprompter speech? And that's the first person that the whole world looks at when looking to the United States for strength and leadership. But will we as a people realize that the greatest threat of another 4 years of Joe Biden isn't him stumbling up the steps of Air Force One or being unable to remember the names of cabinet members sitting right in front of him? No, it's that the evidence continues to pile up that there is unprecedented corruption that has enriched his family and him personally with money from the communist Chinese affiliated businesses, from Ukrainian energy oligarchs, and other foreign influence seekers who appear to have had the perfect partner in Joe Biden and his various family members. Now, I'm hoping for a much better 2024, although I'm not sure we will experience it until the elections, at which time I hope that Americans come to their senses and vote back people in places that will have policies that will make America great again. I kind of like that phrase, make America great again. You know, I might just suggest that to a certain candidate I know. I think I might. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.